And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Ted Hicks from Late Night Parents. Ways to follow the show, latenightparents.com. Full house tonight. We'll go around the horn. Tony D.
What's up? What's going on?
Ace World from the Sunday Night Smoke podcast.
Yeah.
Mr. B from everywhere and color commentary to Cope's Corner to you name it. Okay, live. What's
yes,
going
sir.
on?
Chilling.
Brian TX.
Brian.
Hello there.
Our favorite conservative. This is like the if this was like the View panel, Brian would be the sole conservative, but he's been spreading that love and showing us the way. Quick one tonight. A lot to talk about. Just, from last week, we were talking about, everyone that had passed away, all the icons and everyone. Bill Russell, his number 6, is going to be retired across the league. No one will be able to wear number 6. There's going to be a patch for everyone. And there's going to be, I believe, some form of logo that's going to be by the scorer's bench at every arena for the entire season next year to basically honor him. Right. Tony.
Yes.
Everyone loved Bill Russell.
I dare you to talk negative against him.
There's nothing that can be said negative about him.
Nothing. 11 championships, activist. Brother Shannon put a post on Instagram, kept to the code. There's nothing negative to be said about that man. May he rest in peace, honestly.
Tony, why couldn't he have been given his flowers
when
he was up above?
Now, he had it as far as respect from the fan base,
from
the players. Why it didn't come from anybody else is a very good question.
I mean, he's a decorated player. There was awards named after him.
Yes.
But all of this part of it, he needed to be above ground.
Agreed.
To receive this.
Agreed.
And there was multiple opportunities. Like at what point do we retire 23 across the league?
To my Kobe or Michael?
Jordan
24.
23.
Jordan's going to go to
Kobe 23.
Jordan's going to be, he's got a monument already.
Yes.
Did Bill Russell have one?
No.
Probably not.
And Michael's still making money hand
Never would in Boston
from sneakers.
And Haynes.
Yeah, and he's still getting accolades of the best player in the NBA ever, all that good stuff. So Mike's getting his. Why we didn't give Bill Russell his is an excellent question. He should have been had it. The two best players
in Boston, man. He's playing in Boston. Figure it out.
And I got that part. It's just for the people who don't know. Between him and Wilt, you're not going to find two better basketball players. Good luck, because I know somebody's going to look. But Bill had the championships. Wilt had the numbers. And if you don't think Wilt was the man, as much as people love Kareem, he used to run circles around Kareem. Y'all might want to think about that.
Want to throw that question out to the rest of the panel? Any thoughts on Bill Russell receiving additional accolades while he was alive?
Hey,
I think he should have, man. That man was a true legend, true master of the game, man. Like, you got to give him his credit where his credit's due, and give these people their credit while they're still here, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let them go out knowing how much they appreciated before they go. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. I know some of those people want to hold on to the number, but yeah, retire that number, man.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Man.
I mean, like Bill Russell's like pretty much like a pure, genuine human being for like in the basketball world, like King Griffey Jr. is for the baseball world.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
correct.
Yeah, I think if there's anything else that they want to add to Bill Russell's legacy, go for it.
Yep.
I say
like name a high school or a wing or something.
Right.
An arena.
I think those things will come down the line. I think further down the line, maybe a few more things may surface. Hopefully, but I say
Right.
definitely, yeah, retire the number. Yeah, I say
Yeah.
retire that number. That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm all for it.
We'll swing quickly to Deshaun Watson is about to be a body. He's about to be a body.
Damn. We doing this
Yeah,
now?
he's getting
Now what?
Listen,
he's getting
Well, it is.
crucified.
It's here. It's here.
Oh, Lord.
there's no way to get around it.
Yeah.
He's going to do a year. But the way they schedule, the way his agent and the team put together his contract, he's only going to lose $1 million.
Yes.
Okay.
So it looks like
Yeah, so there was some thought put into this.
I gotta agree with you because the contract was designed for me.
Big up to somebody using their head for a change.
Yeah, they
The big one instead of the little one.
they
Okay.
got the money coming after this year. He was gonna make no money this year, so he might be a body this year. I gotta give you that. I was just about to disagree with you
Yeah.
because I said he gonna play half the year.
Mm-mm.
The
And
NFL
it's going to come down before that preseason game
Mm-hmm.
Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Any
And they
thoughts on any pro thoughts on Deshaun Watson? Any takers out there? Anyone wants to say he was wronged out there? He unfortunately, it's like he's toxic.
Yeah.
Don't use that word.
I mean, but the thing about it was like, you're a public figure, so
Right.
all eyes are going to be on you. B, it's like somebody should have like slapped him upside the head, be like, "Hey, man, like this ain't cool. You need to stop." Maybe after the fourth or fifth, or if he kept it on the rest, but this is all on him. I mean, like I said prior, it's like having maybe 3 or 4. Okay, I get it, but over 20, that's
I give you that.
over 20. That's on you, bro.
Well, and we talked about that. Why did they wait till he was about to leave to do this?
That is true.
That's the $1 million question. Is it a hoax?
Over 27. He settled with
26. I
20.
didn't see more than 27. I've only seen 20.
Yeah, it's just
Great.
what's the end game? That's the head scratcher.
End game is everyone else that came in contact with him for any time over any period over 5 minutes can say he did XYZ.
That's
So
the
we
one.
could round off at 100 for all the fuck I know. Who knows? Oops, did I say that? For all
But
what I
why
know.
would you settle with 20 of them?
Because nobody's gonna believe you.
Why not?
Yeah.
That many accusations is enough to where you're pretty much gonna be penalized.
Yeah, it's pretty much you're crucified, really.
And he was crucified. Now, we saw more sexual indecency than the R word, which I don't like using. A lot of proposals, some touching, but
Allegedly, right?
yeah. Now here's my thing: when you're a major star coming, so when you're the first round draft pick, they're gonna spoil you. They're gonna throw everything at you. We all saw he got game. Let's just stop it.
Yeah.
Where a lot of my skepticism come from. They're gonna throw it at you. And they're gonna keep you down. And then you turn your back and say you don't want to do something no more. We're gonna throw everything you did against you. That's what I see.
Yeah,
It's already been 18 months. It's going to be 2 years facts. When he gets back in the NFL 2.5 years later, after all this started, number 1 quarterback draft pick, fantasy football.
Yeah.
Just stay playing for the same team, and you get over like Big Ben did. Okay,
Man,
stay playing for the same team, and you'll be all right. But once you say I'm out, oh no, you don't. Take this before you leave.
Yeah. I mean, and then also too, Ted and I talked this off camera. We were talking about it. I said, because I had asked him, I said, does the rookie symposium do anything?
Not
Because
enough.
they're supposed to have all these classes like, hey, in case.
Go ahead.
But I mean, like if you're in financial, if you need financial guidance, here you go. Here's the resources. If you're having this issue, it's just my only question is the rookie symposium effective?
I
Yes, it
don't
is.
think so.
I would disagree because they've been talking about the training they give these dudes for the past 10 to 15 years that I've been watching it. It's going to be what you do afterwards.
Yeah.
They do train them and they do tell them. They do say that a lot. They emphasize that a lot. There's players talking about how Herm Edwards used to talk to them back in the day. And how long has it been since he was coaching?
That's true.
Was he ever found guilty in a court of law of any of these charges?
He is legal. They found not. There was not enough evidence he was innocent of all charges. These are civil.
Okay, so why are we talking about it like we did something wrong?
Because the NFL
I don't know. I'm just saying. I have to be the advocate, devil's advocate here. Like we're talking about it like he did something. Like
No.
was he proven guilty, or is this like public court of opinion thing?
No, the NFL will do something after you go through the legal process. That's part of their game. When you belong to them, you're gonna go through the legal process. When they're done, then the NFL's gonna do their thing.
The
Now,
NFL
can
gets
relate to a lot of this because with the military, they're the same way. You're gonna have the civil law, then you got to come face our laws because you belong to us. So NFL's going after him for defamation of their character, if you will.
Yeah.
Along those lines, that's why it's getting.
And then on top of that, because of he was gonna hit only 6 games or some shit like that?
Yeah, it was 6 games for us.
Mm-hmm.
It was only 6 games instead of compared to what everybody else had penalties and were getting suspended for and all that. People started getting upset. We're like, what? And so NFL said, nah, we gotta, the pressure was on. So,
Okay. I'm just curious because I don't really follow it, so I'm just like, well, what was he proven guilty of? Because we're talking like, hey man, he got to get it together. Like what if this was all a lie? What if this was all a lie? So what if he doesn't have to get anything together? What if he was just victimized? So we can't talk about it like he did anything if he was proven guilty of anything. That's all like we were, you know what I'm saying? Talking about him like he was proven guilty or something.
Roger Goodell is the judge, jury, and executioner.
Oh, okay.
Did
he execute him yet?
I think tomorrow. Tomorrow's
D-Day. Okay, copy.
I think tomorrow's D-Day. It's the NFL generates how much? 15 billion in revenue, maybe 20.
Yeah.
It's think about in 2 months. It's going to be breast cancer awareness, Women's Month.
That came up. Yes. Women's
History Month. It's going to be we want to sell pink jerseys and we love you and what more can we say?
Right.
They got to appease somebody because they want to sell. The NFL is a machine that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
That's true.
The machine is proven to work without the support.
Yes.
Because before these things came into play, no disrespect to breast cancer and Women's Day and all these things, but these things didn't exist. Not saying the condition of breast cancer and the Women's Day, but I mean as far as the holiday or the awareness day or the awareness month or whatever. Like some of these things didn't exist, say 30 years ago, right?
Yeah.
But the NFL was that same machine 30 years ago, sponsoring that paper as far as being a successful product and the most popular sport in the country.
Yeah,
so I mean, even when people went on strike due to the kneeling, the anthem protest, XYZ, that machine could not be stopped. So that machine doesn't really have to cater to anyone, in my opinion. We can just do what it does.
Yeah,
but that's the machine that it's going to be hard to stop. But I see they make it flexible and make it politically correct.
Yeah, because in November you have that salute to service.
Yes. Yep. And, exactly. Where they have the camouflage uniforms and things. Exactly. Yeah. Big up to how many women in the armed forces, man. Salute. But yeah, like 3 years ago, they didn't have that. Right? They didn't have 20 seasons ago. I'm just saying. Yeah. It's good to add things.
I mean, it's good to add things. I mean, I just think every, being that salute to service, it's like every Sunday should be a color of every branch. Because I mean, every time you see that camo green, you automatically think Army. So it's like,
They're
yeah,
just big armed forces.
Get me started.
yeah. So it's like, so like one Sunday have it Army, next Sunday Navy, next Sunday Marine Corps, and then the last week Air Force.
Why we gotta be
Right.
last?
Dude, it's just an idea, man. Just calm down.
Bobby Shadow in the house. What up, bro?
Bobby Shadow.
Yeah.
Sadie in the house. What's going on?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, have every weekend like a theme.
Got you.
So that way everybody's all represented, because if you just have it just straight camo green, then it's like, well, we're just mainly catering to the Army.
Yeah. Or they can spread it out amongst the
Thursday
amongst the
night
teams, like
Thursday night?
divide the four branches evenly amongst the teams. You understand what I'm saying? So have each, like, say, boom, 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 8, 8, 8, 8. You know what I mean?
And then
Have the teams. They could do that also, like spread it out, like you guys this, you guys that. Just give
yeah,
an
and then
idea.
like on Thursday night you can have it. Well, technically there's 5 branches because we left out the Coast Guard.
6 branches.
What about the Space Force?
Thank you. 6 branches.
Okay. All right.
Take
Sunday
your time.
night. Sunday night.
What about
football.
the Sunday night smoke force?
What about the Belt Kings?
Just saying.
What about the Belt Kings?
All right.
Go ahead.
Question.
Yep.
Hi, Helen.
What's up, Helen?
Helen, what's going on?
Yeah.
We're getting closer to NFL kickoff. The preseason has just started. What are we talking about this fantasy football league? Who's the commissioner? Are we doing this? Is it ESPN? Is it Yahoo? Who's setting this up?
That is a very good question.
Did
we agree on? Were we in agreement on the NFL, or were we in agreement on ESPN?
I could care less.
It's basically me and Brian thought about this last season for the other platform we was on. It's been a few months, so I'm going to have to start winding down on my reminiscing and my acknowledgement of its comeback, because it's not looking good. But we're going to try and do a fantasy football league for free. I know there'll be some skin in the game for some people. Y'all go for it, but we're going to try to do NFL.com because I have an ESPN trophy already. I have a Yahoo trophy already. I don't have an NFL.
I just have my ESPN trophy.
So I'm going to try and go for NFL.com. We got to work on the settings. As of right now, it's me, Brian, Ted, Glick. I'm leaving an open spot for Nancy. She may not be able to be in there, but I'm still leaving a spot for her. For those else who all else are interested, I'm trying to see how many spots.
You're working on Saturday?
Right now, no. I need to, but right now, no. So I haven't.
Okay. So all right. So I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call on Saturday, and then we could go from there.
Right. So I got Jason here this week. Sunday night might be the best for me, depending on if Smoke does his show or not. I can do it before or afterwards. That's fine.
Right.
But the biggest plan that I have, I didn't pay attention to the NFL draft. I need to rewatch it, get caught up on the news. That's going to take me. Just to properly plan, the Deshaun Watson issue is a big one for me because he would have been one of my quarterbacks, even in the mid-season. But if he's not playing, I think we need to know that. Honestly, I think this game is being played to where nobody can make a decision on him till the last minute, which is going to stir the pot economically. We're doing this for fun.
Okay.
Craziness, but we want to do some broadcasts, definitely on Sunday mornings, probably on Thursday nights. Brian's schedule is a lot tougher now, so there's some of the delays. Me not being 100% organized with what I have going on is enough delay, but everybody please stand by. We are going to do something. We are going to try to set something up. And it's going to be through nonsense setup, if you will. He asked if we could do it through his platform. We said no problem. We're going to have some fun with it.
How many teams? How many people are we looking?
As of right now, we're looking at 6 at the max, and I would like to see at least 10. I would like to see at least 10, personally.
Plug me in.
That's number 7 right there.
Okay.
Joe?
I'll jump in.
Number 8 right there.
I could jump in there. I'll do that. Let me check these lineups and see what's happening, and then
Right.
So
I mean, because you can even if you wanted to even auto draft.
auto draft's always an option, but I want
Yeah.
to be there for the draft. I want to be there for the draft.
Yeah.
Man, I'm getting a lot. I still get every time the year comes around, I'm always getting a lot of heat because I took a suggestion, and because I took the suggestion, now I'm getting the backlash from it. But it's like, why am I getting the backlash when you guys suggested it?
Well,
So
you got to play
so
along. I was telling you that last year.
yeah, no, I know,
Those-
but it was just like when during my oil field tenure, I wasn't able to be on the live, so they said, yeah, just go auto draft, and I said, okay, fine. I took the suggestion, and my first pick was like Patrick Mahomes, and then, but out of the whole roster that I had, I got rid of like half the roster, and I picked up some steals,
There you
and
go.
I went all the way, and I won the championship. But they're like, oh, we're putting an asterisk by your championship win. I'm like, this is messed up.
Because the smack talkers. That's what that is. It's the smack talkers.
I was like, y'all just hating.
Yeah,
Y'all
they
just
was.
hating.
It was hating on you.
But the thing about it was like I picked up Damian Williams, I picked up Sony Michelle, like no one. I mean, and then I picked up Hollywood Brown before he really blew up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had and then for my backup quarterback from Mahomes, I had Josh Allen.
Ooh.
That
No.
was auto
No.
draft?
No.
That's what I thought.
After
That was
I cleaned up my
Brian
roster,
draft.
after I cleaned up the roster, I was like, I don't need this guy. I don't need this guy. Oh, and then that's when I picked up Mark Andrews before he blew up. And then I was able to get Justin Tucker again because nobody picked him, which is stupid because he's like the best kicker.
Well, his team was moving down the field. That hasn't happened as much.
And dude, and I just got the hit on Bleacher Report the other day. Justin Tucker guys he's like the highest paid kicker.
Yes.
25 million.
And how much is guaranteed? Like 18 is guaranteed.
Yes. I'm saying he's worth it.
Yeah, he getting that serious money. He getting that Deshaun money because after that first year, most of Deshaun Watson was guaranteed too, I think.
Right.
Okay, tell me, keep telling me, Brian. Who else should I pick? Go ahead, keep going.
Okay, so like tight end wise, if you can get Mark Andrews because I know Travis Kelce would be the hot on the market. And then the
How do I spell that? ANDRE. Andrew. Who else? I'm joking. I'm clowning. I'm clowning.
Oh my god!
I know, right? But I mean, but yeah, I gotta go. I mean, pretty much on Saturday. So I'm gonna dedicate Saturday to my whole draft because I mean, there's a lot of names I want to get. There's a lot of names that's been on my radar, but I was not able to because other guys have picked them.
Yes,
which is disappointing.
That's what's going to happen.
But I mean, because like all of last year, I was pretty much in a protest against the Texans. I did not pick up anybody on the Texans.
Not a bad idea.
I know, but
Anybody
now
coming off of the bench.
I know, but now that Lovie Smith is running the helm, and I'm reading
still coming off the bench.
I'm reading the articles, and it's like I don't want to, but it's like I'm taking a peek at the roster because one name popped up that is really I'm gonna go ahead and like mark that down as a possibility that I might pick him for my flex.
Go for it.
I'm gonna pick him for my flex.
I got my picks already set up. I'm waiting on y'all. Whenever we ready.
All right. So we'll start some of this Saturday. Well, we got to set a date because you blink your eyes, the season's going to start, and we're going to be like, oh.
I'm going to see what I can do this weekend.
All right.
Saturday's up in the air for me right now, so I'm going to see what I can do this weekend.
Yeah, so I'm available on the weekends. So Saturday, just hit me up, or Sunday, hit me up, and we'll get it figured out.
Yes, we will. We will get it figured out one way or the other. We could set the league up and do the draft inside of 2 hours.
Yeah.
Easy. Just know what you want to do and be ready. I'm already ready. I'm in my roster after the Super Bowl. I'm just watching the injury report and the trades.
Good Lord, man.
I'm not a rookie at this. I'm ready. Ready.
Yeah,
I
but when your record,
I normally run 9 leagues a season. I'm cutting myself down to 2 this year.
Shit.
Yes, sir.
This man's leagues go as hard as his broadcasting. This
Thank
shit
you.
is wild.
Multi-league, multi-broadcast, multi.
God
Dude.
damn, Tony.
Yeah.
What's going on, bro?
no wonder why you keep your head bald, man. Losing all that hair with all that stress you'd be putting on yourself.
Hey, man.
Shit,
Yep.
man.
This is concentration and focus, and that's the exhaust on the top. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I mean, like if I would be doing the same thing as Tony D would be doing, man, dude, like Just for Men would be making money off of me.
I hate you, brother. I really hate you.
damn, son.
So, JoJo, what's happening this weekend in combat sports?
What's happening, man? We got UFC going on, man, up in California between Marlon Vera and Dominic Cruz that you can see in the background here. We got those two fighting in the main event on the fight night card. The card's not bad. Got some good up and comers coming up in there. Some long time standouts and some up and comers, as I said, that are fighting. Pretty good. PFL they got on Saturday before the UFC starts. That's happening. Two of the fighters ended up being out of the heavyweight Grand Prix, which is kind of crazy. The welterweight and the heavyweight semifinals. So they have two replacements now. If each of those replacements could win their fights, then they'll go on to the final to win the $1 million, as PFL does. So they replaced, or who was the fight? Oh yeah, they've replaced Denis Goltsov, who's out of Russia, and they replaced who was it? Magomed Umalatov. Umalatov was supposed to fight Rory McDonald, but they have visa issues, and Denis Goltsov had visa issues as well. I don't know what the hell's wrong with the PFL. These motherfuckers are ridiculous because I don't understand how the hell your event is not in the U.S. You have it in Wales, and the issue is that these two dudes are in Russia. They can't travel to Wales. If they were in the U.S., they would have been able to travel instead. Because the event is in Wales, they're out of $1 million now. So there you go. But the rest of the card is gonna be all right. Good. So the semifinals now is Ante Delija, and versus Renan Ferreira, and Danilo Taylor versus Rory McDonald. Also, Matthias Scheffels fighting Juan Adams. Adams is a dude that fought in the UFC temporarily. He was in the LFA. Unfortunately, his run wasn't good, so he got booted out. But he's been fighting here and there, and he's in the tournament. And then you got Carlos Leo versus Sadabusi. There's a bunch of other fights there, but those are just showcase fights. And your boy Teofimo Lopez boxes this weekend. Not bad fight. Good comeback fight for him. Yeah, Carlos Campa. There you go. It's all right fight. I'll watch it. See how that goes. Most likely he'll probably win by decision. Probably get a late blackout. Who knows? The dude's not a scrub. But next week, you got Usyk versus Joshua. That's on and popping. Conor Ben versus this dude. We talked about it, I think, a little bit before. We touched on it. What's this dude's name? Oh my god, how do I forget his name?
Let me find
Is
out.
that a boxer?
Let me find out there's a name you forgot. Come on, your ass.
Get out of here. I'm trying to remember. Hold on.
Wow.
There you go, Chris Eubank Jr. There you go.
Okay.
It's Eubank.
This is
Don't ever play me like that. Don't ever play me that. Eubank Jr. There you go. Because he don't fight often, man. That's why. But I remember him because I like his body work. Every time he hits people on the body, he be tearing bodies up. But Conor Ben is a menace, and that's gonna finally go down. So I'm happy for that. But yeah, man. What are we talking about? UFC stuff.
Question about Usyk and Joshua. That's going to be like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, right? Eastern time.
Yeah, it's gonna be probably that or a little earlier than that actually.
Right.
Yeah, it'll be like probably midday here in the States. Yeah.
Okay.
Noon,
they're
midday.
6 hours ahead.
Yeah.
Well, but they're actually allowing UFC in California. I thought California was against violence.
Oh nah, they've been had some UFC events, dude. They moved the whole UFC 230. Was it the 232 card a few years back? Yeah, that John Jones, Alex Gustafson rematch, because that dude John Jones tested positive for a banned substance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a picogram, which is like super super small, and because the Nevada State Athletic Commission didn't allow it, they moved the whole event to California within a week. So people who bought tickets had to go and get their tickets. They got their tickets back, but they had to get plane tickets changed up from Nevada to go to California to watch the event, and they changed that shit within a week space. That's insane.
It's just a 5-hour drive. It's a 5-hour drive.
That's insane, bro. But they changed that shit there. But yeah, man. Now they talking about. They talk about John Jones fighting Stipe possibly, but that'll probably be at the end of the year. Not UFC 281, but more so probably 282, which is kind of bullcrap. But all right, whatever. And they're dicking your man Nate Diaz, man, because that card there, he's supposed to fight Hamza Chimaev. They took all the good fights off that card, so he ain't gonna get. He's trying to see little to no pay-per-view points on that card.
Wow.
Dana White is screwing that man. For his last fight, they screwing that man hard, bro. So they're trying to.
They're screwing everybody because I notice a lot of people are dropping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been hearing
people getting older, and you know what I mean. They're moving up for the younger talent. Bless you, but yeah, man. So that shit is happening. Conor went to do a movie now. They're doing that Roadhouse.
Oh yeah, because he's officially retired, right?
No.
Not quite, but we gotta see. He ain't call it quits, but he went to go do movies. And Deontay Wilder's supposed to come back and fight. He may come to New York. He's supposed to fight Helenius. Remember that big dude Helenius? I think Fury. Is it Fury who fought him? I'm trying to remember who fought him. The European dude. But yeah, Deontay Wilder's supposed to come back hopefully by the end of the year or early next year to fight him.
Yo, isn't Deontay Wilder like 37, 38?
Nah.
No?
Nah, Deontay Wilder? Yo, hold on. Let's do this check because no, I don't even think. Nah, man, hold on. Let's do this real fast.
I thought he
Let's be honest.
That is a very nice polo, Ted.
Hey, thank you.
Oh no. Yeah, he about 36. He 36.
Okay.
Yeah, he still got time. He still got time. He still got time. But yeah, we see how he does over there, man. But there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. And they have the Contender Series, Dana White's Contender Series. That's all right. I ain't gonna bore y'all with that. I tell y'all, week 2 was fire. I had streamed that, so catch that on OK Live. Week 3 this week was okay. They got the dude from Penn State, Bo Nickel, who was big time wrestler over there. He was a Penn State champion, like a 3-time state champ, and a bunch of other awards. And he went there and fought. They're using him for ratings though, because he fought, but they didn't give him a contract, so he'll show up back at week 10, so they could get ratings for the show. Other than that, that's it, man. That's all that's going on with fight stuff and fighting and Bellator's tomorrow, but who gives a damn on Friday? Because the card is garbage. Yo, they made a card that you should be excited about, but they did no promotion for it. No promotion, and you got a Gracie versus one of the top former lightweights who's now a welterweight, and Goti Yamauchi versus Neiman Gracie. Like, yo, what the hell are y'all doing, man? And then Alimale McFarland, the former flyweight champion, the first flyweight champion, she missed weight for her fight. She gonna fight still, but you know they got that whole split the purse You know, you got to pay the fine,
Yes.
that type of thing going on. So
they did the
That's
whole
what's
card wrong. Where you at?
yeah, but that's what's happening.
I got a quick video. Wanna thanks Brian for the shout out.
Is this like private party?
Oh yeah. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I got emotional.
The legend.
Mr. Swing, the king of swing.
That's the kid.
Fair use, everybody.
Fair use.
My man look like my man built right now, bro. Like, yo.
Thank you,
Him
Lieutenant.
right now looking like how Barry Bonds looked when Barry Bonds was playing.
Yes.
Wow. Shit.
Yo, they did this right.
Wow.
They did this
That's
right.
fire.
Feel the dreams.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, Dad. You want to have a catch? I like that.
What was real cool was like when they got the team up together when they were both in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
That was really awesome.
So this is what the MLB did correct.
Yeah.
Got the Cubs, got the
Yeah, this is
Reds.
great. This is great.
My only gripe is there's no Astros.
Man,
Ah.
screw the Astros, man.
That
Hey,
means
go
nobody
ahead.
got to the commercial. They got the cheat. Take a sneak cheat look at the commercial idea before the commercial was
Hey,
filmed.
don't ruin this moment. This is a priceless moment.
Oh man.
That's what's up, though.
Good stuff, man. Good
It is.
stuff.
That's what's up.
So with MLB, I'm only going to shout out the Mets because I'm biased.
Yes, sir.
They are kicking you know what.
Yes, sir. Let's go Mets.
They're first in their division.
Thank you, sir.
Yo,
Thank you very much.
about damn time.
Thank you.
Yankees are first in the AL East.
Yeah. Yankees
Astros
are
are
killing it.
first place in our division.
Dodgers are first out in the NL West.
Braves are creeping up. They're doing their thing. I'm not a big Braves fan, but they in there. They always good for regular season. The playoffs is when they tend to choke. So I just need to Mets to hold on and make it long. You know what I'm saying? Just being real.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Let's see. Just yo, Tone. What are you doing? I think we had one article this week on back to school and anxiety. What are some of the things that you're doing to get your little one ready for school?
Biggest thing with him, keep him clean, keep him fed, keep him clothed. Nothing real big or major down here. They didn't really push the mask mandate on the kids. They did in the beginning, and then kind of slowed up last year. It is optional. Online schooling is optional. It's about what you can do as a parent and what they can do to maintain their standards in the school. I did see an article today. I did put it up on my Twitter. The CDC's lifting all guidelines, quarantines, and everything. So they feel like everybody has built enough of a natural immunity to what's been going on. I can't necessarily dispute them, even with my own situation, because I'm still going through my symptoms. I'm not mad at them for them just trying to take everything back to normal as much as possible. But, and I'm going to say but on purpose. I know New York has 2 situations coming up, and the rest of the world has 1. Well, the rest of the nation has 1. There are going to be 2 other infectious diseases popping up before the end of this winter. I am keeping my eyes on that tour in the NFC South. Mike Patton was good. So,
Mike.
biggest thing, like I said, to any every parent out there, keep them fed, keep them clothed, keep them clean. That's the best we can do for all of it. Jason's been ready to go back. My 8-year-old, he's been ready to go back, see his friends, hang out. These kids need to get back out to interacting with each other. They do not have the youth that we had over the past 2 years. And I dare say they're traumatized.
Yeah.
I dare say that. You're only going to watch so much television. You don't want them on their devices all the time, but you also don't want them going outside. Let them play with devices. Let them watch TV. Let them get a little bit of sunlight to come in. They get tired. They're going to come in and get something to eat. We used to get up. The parents used to get on us about going back and forth in and out the house. Let them do it. Just when they're coming in for the day, jump your butt in the shower, take them clothes off. Just being real.
But the follow of the New York with the school system over there, I forwarded Ted a clip earlier. Apparently, like in New York, like they want to keep the mandates in schools.
They have to. I'm not even going to lie. New York is congested with everything and every damn body. Every major metropolitan city is congested with everything and everybody. I have to tell them they have to. I would hate to ride the subway without a mask. I'd be shaking. I hate to ride the bus without a mask. I'd be shaking. You don't want to go to a public event. I'd be shaking. And you got to realize these major metropolitan cities also have international airports. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
We'll be wearing a mask.
Especially during our rush hours, man.
Yeah.
During our rush hours.
For a while. I don't care how crazy
Early
I look.
mornings.
Anybody and their opinions. I'm going to have my mask with me.
Even like having twerk parties or slip and slides on the subway.
Oh, you gotta leave that alone, dog. That's that L train,
that's the
dog.
BS.
That's that L train.
That's the
I don't know.
BS.
That's that L train, dog.
Oh.
That was that L train. That's what I thought. I thought it was too, but that's that L train. I was going from Manhattan to Brooklyn, dog. They be wilding.
Gotcha.
It's rough out there. I'm not gonna play with it personally, man. I'm gonna keep a mask for me. I'm gonna keep one for Jason regardless.
So 5 things noted in the article is the plan ahead. Go to school several times, make yourself available, problem solve together, and pay attention to your own behavior.
Yeah, pay attention to your health. I think everybody needs to pay attention to their health. Seriously. Me personally, I didn't think I was gonna be this bad. I was wrong.
Do the parents in New York do they get like a curriculum of what's going on with what's going on? Okay.
For the school year, you always get a curriculum for the school year. Yeah. It's just a matter of you maintaining the calendar, and that's any school.
But none of the other nonsense going on, right?
Well, we're just talking about academics.
Yeah. We got the occasional school town hall type thing going on.
We hope.
Because I'm waiting on the next one that's coming through. It's about to shake everybody up. I see some new guidelines coming down with that because they already declared it a pandemic.
You're talking about
from the World Health Organization. They declared that a couple weeks ago. I did see that, so that's why I'm expecting it to come. Ted, I think you know what I'm talking about too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now they're gonna lift this one up and bring the other one right behind it. Yeah, we can't win for losing, dog.
No, we can't. We can't. Big shout out to Mike Patton, scoring the AFC South. Always making moves.
Trying to catch up to him.
I think the last youth thing I wanted to talk about was the Long Island Nets this weekend are hosting a 3v3 youth basketball tournament at Jones Beach.
Jones Beach.
I'm getting flashbacks.
At Jones Beach.
I'm getting flashbacks.
If you're local, you know what I'm talking about. But it's something good because they're doing something good with the community. Outreach to the, I think, 8 to 16-year-olds, with playing basketball and teaching them, those skills and the teamwork amongst, the other youth and everything else like that. Did something, I won't cover it tonight, on inflation. Inflation explained to kids. I'll do that probably on a one-off. Won't even talk. I mean, I don't know if y'all want to talk about the cupcake, Kevin Durant.
Oh God, you can touch on it if you want to.
I don't know if you want to talk about the
I have
cupcake.
no idea what's going on.
Kevin,
That man,
I'm good.
that man is a whole goof and a half.
Wait,
Man,
is he
man
like?
is truly proven he is not a leader, dog. He is not a leader. He is a goofball.
He's a
He is
diva.
crying. He cannot get his way.
So
Talking
he's a
about it's
diva.
either him or it's either get rid of the coach, or he's going, or somebody else got to go.
So what's his options he should use?
If he leaves, they trade him. They trade him off to wherever he want to go.
and
Showing the interest in him.
he just received his first 8-figure check.
All of them like him.
Golly.
His first
Yep.
he just received his first payment for 8 figures.
I got 5 good minutes. Let's do this. I got 5 good minutes.
Nah,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't want
I'm
to
gonna be quiet.
You know
Yeah,
what's
this-
hilariously funny about this though? Yeah, he got his pay, but it looks like the higher ups at the Nets are really willing to just be like, "Yo, if you want to leave, just leave, dog. Skedaddle, get the hell up out of here." They're gonna do it to him. They'll probably do it to Kyrie. They gotta be like, "Yo, go, and we'll get who we gotta get."
They ain't got no preseasons. They ain't
Man.
got no
Hey, Rockets could take Kyrie.
Rockets can take Kyrie, but y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all can do nothing with Harden. I'm not even being funny. Now KD goes. KD's supposed to be better than LeBron. I think everybody
Man,
they was
don't
gassing
get
him. to be better
Don't get
than-
me started on Harden.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. They're gassing them up.
Like,
They
like,
gotta take that whole Brooklyn Nets team and rebuild it again. Now, mind you,
Yeah.
they did before KD and them got there. They were playoff bound.
Get the you. Yeah, exactly.
They ain't done it in the playoffs since they got them. So what did they get for their money?
So I got a question for Smoke. How do you sign a $200 million contract 2 days into the deal? You're not happy.
I don't know. I'm scratching my head on that one. Cupcake.
I mean, I get
That's
it.
all I gotta say.
Kyrie, he was sticking up for his boy. He was like,
He's
"Yeah, I'm
sticking
going
up for
with
his boy.
Kyrie. We're homies. Let's do this, brother. Let's do this." The hell up out of here, man. Oh, clown case, bro. They should have stuck to their young guns who they were going to be with,
Yes.
have the occasional vet or two,
Yes.
and leave it at that. The whole
And they
East
will
is pretty much made up that way. Like, what
Yeah.
y'all doing?
But you know what though? We wouldn't be having this conversation if Kevin Durant's toe was not on the 3-point line last year.
Yes.
We wouldn't be having this
2
conversation.
seasons ago. Yes. We wouldn't
Right.
be having this conversation.
We wouldn't be having this conversation because more than likely they would have won a championship. And this is hypothetically speaking. Everybody would have been like, yeah, they would have been celebrated. And right now people would be like, oh man, why they want to break up? They won a championship year before. So I mean it could have went either direction, man. Like they were moving in the right direction.
Yep.
But James Harden decided not to show up in the postseason again. So that's
Now,
really
if
why it
they
is.
get rid of
The
KD,
problem was they should have never traded for Harden. I don't think.
What they're going to do if they get rid of KD and Kyrie?
Play basketball. May not have a winning season, but you play basketball still. You still got to
So
suit
let's
up and
talk-
play,
let's
right?
talk- let's talk
The
about
arena will still be filled.
Yeah,
The who?
you still got to suit up and play. Who cares?
and then,
Yeah.
and then,
Brooklyn's
and then on
gonna
top
be
of
in
that, the
house.
younger
Who you
talent
gonna
can step
put in to
up.
replace KD? Who you going to get to replace KD and Kyrie? They both
You get,
can go.
you get,
Dude,
you get,
no
the,
one.
you get the guy that
Who
nobody
cares?
hot.
The owners
They
are
wanted to keep.
billionaires. They're
They
rich.
want to. Yeah,
Who
they want to
cares?
keep Kyrie and,
So what's
and
out
talk
there?
about they're going to trade KD for Jalen Brown. Bruh, did y'all forget how Kyrie lost his job in the first place?
Yeah.
Because Jalen Brown showed up.
Yep.
Like, yo, what we doing here, bro?
Yep.
And Celtics are like, yeah, we could do that. No, what?
The Celtics would be crazy to get rid of anybody on that team.
Bro.
Them
People are
boys
saying, like,
crazy.
yo, get rid of Jason Tatum. Like, bro, you want to get rid of Jason Tatum for KD? I guess. But for the young core that they have, and you got Marcus Smart over there and all these other
Marcus
dudes,
Smart is the man.
Al
I wanna see
Horford
him
showed
come to the
up.
Knicks. I want
Horford
Marcus
showed
Smart
up
on the
after
Knicks.
they traded that man. That man came back and showed up. Bro, come on,
Marcus
man.
Smart on the Knicks. I want Marcus Smart on the Knicks. I want his
Well,
jersey.
put it like this. I think that when you talk about Boston Celtics, that was fool's gold. Because remember, in the second round, they played Milwaukee 7 games, and they were missing their second best player, which is Middleton. Okay.
Yeah.
And they still, without their second best player, Boston still got pushed to 7 and barely squeaked past them. Then
No,
in
no,
the
right.
Eastern Conference Finals, let me finish. Eastern Conference Finals, they pushed Miami to 7 games, and Miami played without Tyler Hero, another 20-point contributor. Okay. And it took Boston 7 games to squeak by them. So Boston, that was fool's gold. They could have easily lost to Milwaukee in the second round. So let's not talk about this Boston team like it was some juggernaut. I watched every game and I watched the playoffs, and they could have easily lost in the second round to Milwaukee if Milwaukee was at full strength, or to Miami.
Yeah.
Because they remember they played 2 7-game series against teams that were missing key players and key contributors.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's keep that in mind now. Let's not think Boston walked over everybody, and those teams that they beat were at full strength. They walked over Brooklyn, and that's it.
They didn't.
They
We're gonna say though,
past those other teams last year.
we can say they're a good young core though. They're a good young core.
Sure, it's a good young core.
Yeah.
But that young core has been together for years, and they could never get it done. And they were going to break the team up last year before they went on a lucky run where in the last 2 rounds of the playoffs,
they got a good coach
that were missing key contributors.
Yeah.
They kind of got lucky. They were in the right place at the right time. That's all. That's how I look at it. I look at it from the opposite way.
They got a very promising future as a young squad.
Yeah,
they really do. They actually have a chance to build dynasty with who they have. And I don't see too many of them saying they want them. They're not a juggernaut, but they're a damn sure competition as a team.
Yeah.
Just being straight up, the biggest problem they're going to have next year is going to be Atlanta, because Atlanta was 100% healthy this past season. Atlanta got a squad.
Who did Atlanta add? Atlanta added somebody.
I don't know who they added, but I know they was hell with Trae Young and them. Not this past season, but the season before. Them boys were sick. Them boys, they was a problem. And Trae Young was shooting the ball from everywhere. I had to give that man some new credit. He was a beast. But I don't know what Booker's going to do. The Knicks we can't even talk about. We just can't. They got rid of Julius Randle. I'm like, why? But okay.
No. He's still on the team.
I thought he was leaving.
Yeah, they want to trade him, but
okay, they want to trade him. They need to stop.
And how they about to let Lakers have Russell Westbrook lead offense, man.
It didn't work for Oklahoma City. That's the only reason I'm saying
that. And I'm tired of being on Twitter and hearing that and joke about it, and people try to hit me with stats. Don't show me his stats. Don't show me his positive stats, and then knowing damn well how many shots he takes to make those points.
Right.
Shut the hell up, bro. And the turnovers. We don't care, man.
It didn't work. He's not a role player. I mean, I think he's more of like a field general if he wants to be, but he's not good off the side with somebody. He was with KD, but that's how he came in the game. And now you're going to give him his own lane like you gave Harden. Like you know what? Let's stop the press. Put all 3 of them back in OKC and y'all going to get y'all right.
Nah, I think that window is.
Yo, all I know is that
ain't none of them.
All I know is that LA's trying to get rid of LeBron. That's all I know.
Yeah,
LeBron, they got to force LeBron.
They brought up both trade. Andrew Wiggins was part of that trade. Andrew Wiggins finally got his credit when he got a championship, and I'm happy for that.
Yeah,
I really am. Hell, send him to New York. Put Wiggins on the Knicks, and I will shut up.
Please,
Wiggins
and Dragic going to Brooklyn.
No. He signed with them last season. He signed with. I don't know who he signed with this year.
Where's Dragic going?
He left. Wasn't he on Brooklyn last year?
Yeah, he was on Brooklyn last year.
Not for long though.
Dragic?
No, they signed him near the end of the year, late in the season. They signed him.
Okay, we're barely seeing him.
And he did pretty well in the playoff series against Boston. Actually, when he came off the bench, he actually did very well in the playoffs. But then later on, he came out and said the locker room was a little dysfunctional with the whole situation with the Kyrie and the KD, et cetera, et cetera. But he played with them last season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did pretty good in the playoffs. He was a bright spot off the bench actually in that first round train wreck versus the Celtics.
Hey, want to give a big shout out to our guy Glick.
Glick was good.
D.
Word up.
You know,
Yeah.
you rock on Nonsensical Nonsense podcast. So big shout out to him. Want to go round robin and tell us where you're going to be, what you're writing, when's the next time you're airing. So we'll start off with Brian. Where can we find you, Brian?
You can find me on Twitch at Texas TX_Cataskull. You can find me on Airtime at TX Cataskull, and on the Snapchat at Thailander_F150.
Got it. Mr. B, where can we find you this weekend?
Oh, yes. You can find me this weekend, later today, because we're in Friday right now.
Yep.
So later tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, find me with Mike Copenhaver on Cope's Corner. We'll be talking about last week's fights, the main event between Thiago Santos and Jamal Hill. This week's joint between Vera and Cruz. We're gonna talk about the PFL, but mainly talk about the UFC bets, who won and who lost last week, who we predicting to win, who we're gonna place bets on. And then Saturday, catch me on OK Live, where I'm gonna get up and chill for like a good 2-3 hours, and then stream the PFL, and then right after that, stream the UFC. And then after that, probably watch this fight and might stream that too. But I'll be on OK Live, man, from 12 p.m. noon here to probably 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, man, 10:30, depending on how the fights roll and the pacing of the show. But yeah,
Hey,
I'll be on OK Live.
Friday night, do you guys talk Contender Series, or you kind of stray away from that?
We touch on the Contender Series a little bit, man. If you want to bring it up, but yeah, we kind of talk about it a little bit.
Okay.
So far, first episode was garbage. Second episode, I don't think the rest of the season is gonna live up to the second episode, which is week 2. And week 3, which was this week, they had 3 guys that got picked up. 3 fighters that got picked up out of the 5 fights. Fights were, one of the fights was okay. One was kind of awkwardly weird because the dude that won was bigger than the guy he fought. You know what I mean? They had dudes trying to move up to face these guys who were already at the weight that they're supposed to be at. Mm-hmm. And one of the guys was like 35 years old. He fought a guy who was clearly smaller than him, ragdolled them, beat him the hell up. But Bo Nickel, the wrestler dude I was talking about earlier, he went in there and in like a minute, 2 seconds, dude just washed this guy. Takedown, pieced him up, grabbed his back, rear naked choke. That was it. But so far pretty good. As I said, second episode, you're not gonna live up to it. That was too high the bar. That bar was set. You had 4 finishes and one hell of a fight, bro. So yeah. But I've been streaming that too on Tuesday, so you can come through and check that out too, man. Check that out with your boy, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Yes, sir.
Got it. Smoke, what's going on? When are you on the air? Promote the show.
We were on Sunday nights, each and every Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on YouTube. You could also follow us, Sunday Night Smoke Podcast, on Instagram, also Twitch, Sunday Night Smoke Podcast /Slam TV. Like, share, subscribe, Sunday Night Smoke Podcast. That YouTube be blazing, man. The YouTube is hot. We cooking right now. Thank you for having me.
Tony D.
Yes, sir.
You are on so many different outlets.
Let's go.
I want to just open this up to you.
Let's go.
This is going to take about 15 minutes for you to cover.
Oh, my God.
30 minutes.
Hey, he be talking about me. He be talking about me, bro. I limited. It's all you, Tony.
Always catch me on latenightparents.com. My man Ted Hicks. Appreciate you as always. Accepting me as a co-host, accepting me as a guest, accepting me as a broadcaster up here. I will give you a schedule, but we got to make Ted's schedule. We can actually sit up and wait some nights just in case we get a message. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of like the special news bulletin broadcast out of all of us. You can always catch you with the Sunday Night Smoke podcast on his Sunday nights. He just gave you that schedule. Sunday night, NITE, properly spelled. You catch it with Brian when he ain't at work. Since Brian's working as much as I do, we are we come around like the blue moons or the new moons of the year. You catch it with JoJo up here. We ain't on Haps no more. He covers more sports than I cover the news. So we on different elements, but we good. We down. Nonsensical Nonsense podcast, Monday, Wednesday, Saturdays, 6 o'clock. Check us out. All podcasting platforms. See here, go Helen. I like to spread myself around this woman. What else do I do? I have done my own thing a little bit. I did do a Bad Boys That Has broadcast. I put it on Twitter. I put it on. It was just Twitter. I did it through StreamYard on Twitter. I didn't put it anywhere else. I do Restream. I do StreamYard. I got vocal.com. That's VOKL.com. I ran a little trial run with that the other night, trying to troubleshoot a couple more things. I'm trying to work out a broadcast with myself, Ted, my man Rich Roberts, Bob Shadow. I'm trying to get Michael Bathurst to come with us too. You can catch me on TikTok, TONYTON19723. You can catch me on Twitter, TONYTON163. You can catch me on Twitch, TONYTON72. Those are pretty much going to be my main platforms. The YouTube channel, I got it up. Hard to find my name. Catch my stream. I think I'm going to try to work on getting that link out as well. I got a thing for playing music, and I don't like getting YouTube strikes no more since I lost my previous YouTube channel. But I'm working on trying to get broadcasting on TikTok next. I'm going to work on broadcasting on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Okay. Just for a lot of people. Most of the Hats followers that I had are mainly on Twitter and Twitch. And I'm having a hard time broadcasting to both of them at the same time the way we had it on Haps. If I go to YouTube, I got to be careful how I do stuff. So my broadcasts individually are very sporadic. I am going to do another Bad Boys That Has broadcast. Before I go, I do got to shout this out. I was on with Information Man the other day.
Oh, really?
Best Black comedians of all time. That was episode 2, and we went for 4 hours.
Woo.
Bruh.
Wow.
Oh,
bruh. Y'all need to catch that. He's going to do another one next month.
Okay.
It's going to be some problems. Because we went in. You hear me? We went in. I had a great time with it. It was awesome. I hadn't talked to Information Man in a while, and he had a good little round table where we was ranking all the best Black comedians ever.
Mm-hmm.
And they were American. Helen had brought up how come they didn't have any international Black comedians. I was actually thinking the criteria was who was the best Black comedian in movies, television, and stand-up. Best being funny the whole time.
Okay.
And making money and all this and all that. Wound up putting Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Paul Mooney, Dolomite, all of them up there in the God space.
Eddie Murphy
up there. And the God space was a place where they were above any ranking we were going to do. They were the gods. Yeah, we went.
What was that? What was that comedian that was doing Bebe Kids?
No, Robert Harris.
Yeah,
Robert Harris.
Robert didn't have a lot of television, so he couldn't have made the criteria.
No.
Patrice O'Neal.
Patrice O'Neal was on there. Martin Lawrence was up there. Cat Williams, Jamie Foxx,
Bernie Mac,
David Allen Greer, Bernie. We went through. I'm telling you, y'all get a chance to check that out. Information Man, I did throw a link out there everywhere. It was an outstanding broadcast for 4 hours, seriously. And we had to put in some work, so there will be another one next month. I'm not going to move this up. I appreciate
every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen.
Brian, good seeing you. Jojo, good seeing you. Thanks again, man.
Just one follow-up question on that. How large was the panel?
He had 3 others beside myself. He had a few people in the comment section because the first person I brought up when he gave me the criteria, best comedian, stand-up, movies, and television, who would I put up there? The first person I said was Bill Cosby. There was debate. They were like, he's not funny. I said, you didn't see his old stand-ups. And I'm really standing a strong ground for Damon Wayans because people don't remember his stand-ups. People were saying they were like Bernie Mac and Damon Wayans. You never saw a Damon Wayans stand-up. That brother's funny. His whole stand-up, and he did a few of them back in the day. He was
Keenan
hilarious.
was funny too.
Keenan was funny, but Keenan wasn't that funny. But I brought up Keenan Ivory Wayans very well because Keenan Ivory Wayans brought out a bunch of the comedians that you all are celebrating with for the past 20, 30 years.
That is true.
So, like I said, when y'all check that broadcast out, it's going to be part 2, Blood Black Comedians. Do me a favor and watch it all the way through, honestly. I got to go back to the first one. And the third one, we're going to try to finalize and then make any adjustments. The adjustments I'm going to make, I'm going to stir some shit.
Okay.
I'm going to. And I already told him, he said, bring it. He can't wait. Everybody's going to be welcome and invited. We need the contributions. We're going to need a lot of the proof and the facts and everything, but we're trying to make it right. We're trying to do it right. I had an absolute ball. Whoopi Goldberg came up. I had to make a big old stand for her. Wanda Sykes came up. There's a very huge stance for her. Monique came up. I owe Monique some credit. I did not give her enough credit, but Monique does have more than I was willing to give her, and that's going to be on me, so I got to fix it along those lines as well. But it was excellent, man. It really was a good broadcast. Last I saw, he's at 1.3. I mean, he's at 1.3 thousand views.
Okay.
I forgot when people was up there, but people watching it. But it was
we'll definitely give it a shot.
Yes, sir.
I think that's about it. I'm Ted Hicks. This is Late Night Parents, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.
Good night, everybody.